So in this video, let's talk about the best items to list for fall and winter seasons if you're drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace. What I want to do in this video is kind of share a strategy that a lot of people don't think about as far as finding profitable items throughout the year. And then I want to give you some specific actual items you can list as we go into and move into the fall and winter seasons. So what we need to understand is people buy two types of items. The first types of items are general items that people buy all the time. For example, these scissors right here, we're generally going to sell the same amount of scissors if we were selling scissors in January as we are in August, right? Because if you need a pair of scissors, you generally buy a pair of scissors. Now, we might say that, and we could look at charts that say when the school season, it's right before the school season, there might be an increase in scissor sales a little bit, but generally scissor sales are pretty consistent. Same thing if we're selling a pen, right? If you look at pen sales every month, they generally, for the most part, stay the same because people generally use pens during the winter and the fall and the summer and the spring, and it's people need to write with stuff, right? That's generally how it works. People are generally writing stuff all the time. So that's the first category. The second category, though, is more seasonal stuff. And that's like, let's take summer, for example. If you were selling on Facebook Marketplace during the summertime, what type of items were you selling? Well, you were probably selling a bunch of items that were kind of universal, and those would be kind of like scissors and pens, or maybe rugs or curtains, or just things like that, right? But then there's seasonal items too, because during the summertime, people are grilling more, people are outdoors more, people are going outside more. So we are selling more stuff for the outside, fitness things for the outside, workout equipment for the outside was very popular. Things that had to do with being outside, grills. We sold a lot of grills, for example. Those were very popular. Well, as the seasons change and it goes from being 70, 80, 90 degrees, then depending where you live, 100 degrees, and it changes to being 30, 40, 50 degrees, we have to think, are people going to be grilling as much? Are people going to be like hiking as much or being outside as much? Or are people going to be staying home? Of course, people are going to be staying home. So what we want to do, especially if you want to stay ahead of the competition, is list items that follow around this type of category or mindset or seasons. So as we move into the fall and winter seasons, there's really two things. The first thing is kind of holidays. These could be Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. This can be Halloween. This can be, especially if we get into the New Year's, right? New Year's. So people buying Christmas lights, people buying Christmas trees. One of the things that I sold a lot last year was I sold a lot of Christmas trees around, the end of November and the beginning of December, as people were buying it for Christmas, right? For their Christmas tree. So thinking of items like this. Other things could be sleds, right? You're probably not going to sell a ton of sleds in your Facebook Marketplace store in the month of August or the month of June. But as it gets colder and people are transitioning to winter festivals, we could say sleds would be a good idea of items to list. So having this mindset and having this kind of thought process will help you find better items to list. And also it might help some of the people watching this video that might have said, okay, I've been listing grills, for example, and they were doing great. Well, now it's good to put a little bit more focus on items that people are going to be wanting or using for specific holidays or celebrations or festivals that happen, in the fall and winter time. And also just thinking, what do people do during this time will help you kind of start brainstorming different items as well. So that's it. My name's Goldsten. Hopefully you guys got value from this video, and I will see you on the next one.